What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. In the last episode, we made it here to Mistralton City after finally traversing our way through Chargestone Cave. We met up with Professor Juniper for the first ever time. We actually got to meet her in person, and she gave us a Master Ball upon meeting us, which is kind of a big deal. We also got to meet Skyla, the gym leader, although we haven't gone off to the gym yet, and we will not be just yet in today's episode. Instead, we're going to be heading off towards Route 7, which leads on towards Celestial Tower. Now, there are a couple Pokemon that are worth going over in this area. In fact, there's actually technically 5 new Pokemon in here, but only 2 that I'm going to be covering in bios. 3 of those Pokemon are Cubchoo, Substrika, and Watchog, which I had covered in the last playthrough. But in this playthrough, for the first time, I'm going to cover Zangoose and Seviper. Zangoose is a pure normal type Pokemon that doesn't evolve. It has great physical attack and decent speed, and that's about it. This thing is a glass cannon, made even stronger with its hidden ability Toxic Boost and the hold item Toxic Orb. If you're not running this exact strategy, I really can't recommend this Pokemon. It does learn some good moves, with Crush Claw obviously being its most powerful, but much of its learn set is a lot of non-stab moves, including its final one, which is Close Combat, and it just works so much better with an actual proper fighting type than here on Zangoose. Either play into its overpowered competitive strategy or don't bother. Seviper is a pure poison type Pokemon that also doesn't evolve, and while at least Zangoose has a niche broken utility that makes it usable, Seviper doesn't even have that. This Pokemon is all offense with no defense, or even really good speed to back that up, and unfortunately its inability to just pick a lane between attack and special attack really comes to its detriment. Not to mention that lack of diversity in moves it can learn beyond just poison. You'll be able to get one really solid dark type move in Crunch or Bite, and you could get a bit creative with TMs like Dragon Tail and X-Scissor, but let's just face it, there are plenty of better poison types in this game that just make Seviper a really hard sell. So yeah, a couple of interesting Pokemon. Zangoose, the main reason you're going to want that is to make use of that Toxic Orb that you could get back at the Pokemon World Tournament. This is by far its best application if you can get it with Toxic Boost. Of course, it is a hidden ability, so getting it here in that state is not really going to happen for you, but it's still something to keep in mind. It's the main reason to get a Zangoose. But all right, going to move on to Tranquil, and actually I am going to switch right back to Kamina for this one, which that's the one nice thing is if I do get the one-shots, I can always just switch back to her, and she can Volt Switch again, especially when we're going up against Pokemon that are super weak to my moves. All right, I think I should be able to one-shot this thing still. If I don't, I'm going to be kind of sad about it, but I can't imagine it'll survive. Yeah, that's what I thought. And down it goes. Get some more experience out of that. I will take it. Thank you. And experience is going to be much easier to come by here relatively soon as well. So if you want to get across this route without using a Repel Unscathed, you can always go across the walkways, which is kind of nice. However, I want to go on in here because there's a couple things I want to talk about. First, there's this lady. Watching everyone play together makes me really happy. Well, me too. It's very cute. What about you? Kid, have you caught any Amalga? If you would you trade your Amalga for my Gigalith? Okay, this right here, this is actually a fantastic trade. Amalga have been actually quite common in the game up to this point, especially if you've been checking Rustling Grass. They are the second most common Rustling Grass Pokemon after Audino. If you have one, honestly, Amalga is not that great of a Pokemon, but Gigalith is excellent. And here's the thing, there is no other way of getting Gigalith unless you have somebody to trade with. So if you really want one, that's the only way you're going to be getting one under normal circumstances. Would highly recommend, because Gigalith is genuinely a fantastic Pokemon. It is so good. What did I use a Paralyze? What am I doing? Why am I using a Paralyze Heal? I am messing up my items here. I want a Max Repel. Thank you. Golly, sorry. I had a little bit of a brain fart there while I was explaining Gigalith. But yeah, super, super strong Pokemon. Pure rock type that's just absolutely worth it. If you can't get Gigalith, though, that line is just not worth it. So do not grab a Roggenrola, do not grab a Bulldor, but definitely get yourself a Gigalith. Would recommend it highly beyond anything you could possibly imagine. I think you get the point. It's a great Pokemon. Please, by all means. Okay, so with Stoutland's Intimidate here, I'm just going to go with Signal Beam and hope that it rotates. Yep, perfect. Called it. So this is going to work out great. I think I'll stick with Signal Beam for a minute. I cannot believe you survived that. Wow. Okay, let's use another Signal Beam, and I guess they are level 33. Okay, we did take it out, so not bad. And down goes that Deerling. Is it just me, or is that Deerling smaller than the other Deerling? I honestly don't know. Oh, they legitimately get like a smaller sprite when they're in the front. Very weird. Okay, anyway. Signal Beam this Stoutland. It's not going to do a ton of damage. Ow. That's going to hurt. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't switch, not to you, go this way to, yeah, foul play. Let's try a foul play here. See what we do. That's pretty good. Oh, not roar. Come on, man. Not cool at all. And it's going to send out my actual Braviary instead. Okay, well, that's fine. I guess I can just use Aerial Ace here because I had a feeling you were going to swap over to Deerling, you predictable piece of crap. Oh, that's what you get. You think you're so clever. All right, and then I think for the Stoutland, we will just use Strength here. So Rock did still get to level 33. Not bad. Okay, now we'll just use Strength here. Why are, like, it's kind of funny that this game throws more rotation and triple battles at you than the first game did, which I guess is a good thing. It did feel a little bit wasted in the first game as a gimmick, but I don't know. I don't like rotation battles very much. I don't mind triple battles, though. I think they're still pretty fun. Rotation battles just get... Rotation battles, I think, are actually... Sorry, I think they're annoying against NPCs. They're really cool against actual people, because then you actually can play mind games, and they can be for a really interesting change of pace. But against NPCs, they're stupid because the decisions they make are almost completely random, and there is no way of predicting any of that stuff. Okay, I'm just going to use Echoed Voice here. I'm actually going to go... I know this is just a wild Pokemon, but this is free experience if I actually do this right, and it's using Synthesis. Okay. I'll just skip it, and I'll just walk away with the experience I have, because I'm not going to make you guys watch this. And that put Kamina just a sliver shy of level 33, unfortunately. And, ooh, we actually got a Zinc, so before I pull out my dowsing machine really quickly, I might as well use that on somebody. Special defense. Maybe, I think I'll put that on Farina, actually. I think that's probably a good call there. Okay. So now let's pull the dowsing machine back out. Although, actually, before I do that, let me 100% make sure. Okay, yes, there are, in fact, a couple of hidden items on this route. 2, in fact. But I'm going to need to make sure that I go after them. They're not until a little bit later on in the route, though. So we got you next. We go... Okay, and this is going to be a triple battle. Got it. I can handle that, I suppose. Assuming you don't make me have to use Volt Switch here. We got Ducklet, Unpheasant, and Ducklet. Oh, my gosh. The most electric type move needing fight ever. Jeez. All right, that's fine. Well, I am going to use Volt Switch on the Unpheasant. I am going to use Night Slash on the Unpheasant, and I am going to use Water Pulse on the Ducklet. Why did I use Water Pulse on the Ducklet? That was dumb. I should not have done that. Oh, well, it's fine. We're going to get the swap out anyway. Down goes the Unpheasant. It's fine. It was a little bit of overkill. Goes back, and then I think this is the opportunity for me to switch to... Come on, Kamina wants to learn the move Thunder Wave. Okay, I am actually going to immediately get rid of Flash for this because I have no use for Flash whatsoever. So let's get rid of that, and now we can actually paralyze things on demand, so pretty cool. So get some good experience. Let's switch back on over to Challenger for this, because Challenger is the only one lagging behind. I know, I still have not used Volcarona. Volcarona does not have very good moves right now, and also... is weak to these flying types and water types, so why would I use them in this situation? It would be dumb. But all right. It's still a pretty good amount of damage. I mean, we got the crit there. Oh, and the confusion. Sure, why not? You got an Aqua Ring. Okay, you're just trying to drag out the fight, I guess. See if you hurt yourself. Nope, it still got the Air Slash off. Well, that was annoying. Luckily, Challenger has leftovers, but which one's the real Challenger? That is the question. Probably not the one that used Night Slash, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to use Strength on you. I'm going to use Night Slash on you, and then I'm going to also use Water Pulse again on you. Okay, it's probably going to go down before the Water Pulse even goes off anyway, so yep, that's what I thought. Here's that. Nice experience. Not as much as the Unpheasant, though, but whatever. We'll take it. Experience is experience. There we go. Pretty simple fight that time. Nice. I'm not mad about it. And now we can proceed on. Now, do y'all remember what's at the end of this route as we go through here? You probably do. I'm going to try to grab everything I can as we go. So this rock right here has a revive on it. But before we go any further that way, let's battle this lady. And this is a Pokemon breeder, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think that these are the rebattleable Pokemon breeders. I could be wrong about that. Because most of the time... oh, it's a nursery aid. Never mind. I was incorrect. And Cleffa... well, that's just not even going to really do me any good, is it? Because that thing has, like, no experience yield to it whatsoever. Whatever. Signal Beam. Probably won't even one-shot it, though. Yep, because they have very good special defense. Use Signal Beam back! Go, little Cleffa! Oh my gosh! Look at that little bit. It's so cute. A little bit of damage. Okay, down you go. Get out of here. Go away. Thank you. All right, what's next? Oh, actually, more experience than I was expecting. Chinchino! Okay, that's actually something. I think for you, I'm going to hit you with the old Thunder Wave now that we have access to that. And then we'll just kind of slowly whittle away at your health with Signal Beam and then maybe a Volt Switch at the end if I can. Tail Slap. It missed. Thank goodness. Would have actually probably hurt quite a bit. Signal Beam. Paralyzed. One more of those maybe. This is really a handy move. I'm so glad that I taught this to my Jolteon. It makes such a huge difference. And then Volt Switch. Perfect. Get out of here. All right, that's actually going to be a fair amount. Almost level 34. Man, just 4 levels to go. 4 levels to go. All right. You're probably a Fungus. Nope, you're a Leaf Stone. Thank you very much. I will absolutely take that and use that to evolve. You're the Fungus. Haha. Yeah, I was going to say, use that to evolve a Petalil into a Lilligant. So if you have to wait this long to get yourself a Lilligant, might be asking a little bit much, but is still nice to be able to get one at all. Okay, and I got Kamina to level 34 off of the back of that one, so I will happily take that. I'm going to do a little bit of healing, though, really quickly with one of my countless lemonades. I am practically a lemonade vendor here. This is ridiculous how many I'm holding right now. It's insane. We got more to battle out here, though, so let's fight this kid next. I know Celestial Tower is directly ahead, but we're probably not going to head on in there until the next episode because I would really like to get the rest of this route explored at least as much as we can. So let's battle this kid's Sunflora. And hey, this is something I can actually use Signal Beam on in earnest because it is a grass type, but it is not any other type. So this will still be super effective. Sweet. Not going to one-shot it still, but I will take it. And also avoiding the attack. Kamina has on the Bright Powder, I believe, doesn't she? I think that's part of why that things have been missing so much, like that Tail Slap missing on Chinchino. So I will take it. It's nice. It's nice when things miss. Now, over here, we got ourselves another Preschooler and also another item. I hope this is not a Fungus here. It might be. We will see. I don't think it is, though. I think it's some sort of item. Preschooler Chrissy, who's going to have a Darumaka. Okay. I think for you, I can't really rely on Signal Beaming the crap out of you, but what I can do is I can Echoed Voice you a couple times. I should have Thunder Waved, but if you were a Darmanitan, I'd be more worried about doing that. Oh, Belly Drum. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we're faster. I'm just going to Echoed Voice it again, and it should go down, but yeah, Belly Drum raises its attack all the way to the maximum possible stage while cutting its health in half. Luckily, we were able to just take it out before it did any damage. Because that would really hurt, actually, regardless of how weak that Pokemon is. All right, get ourselves an Elixir. Not bad. Now let's go back down this way. We're going to go around over here to this house. And in this house, there is going to be someone to talk to, which is this guy. Long ago, I was a sharp-looking young man, and my wife was a fine-looking girl. This is a story from way back when. Right around here, a certain Pokemon taught Tornadus and Thundurus a lesson. For about 30 years after that, those two Pokemon kept it calm and quiet. Show them do. This is Tornadus. And then this is Thundurus. And so now they have been added to our Pokedex. Pokemon acquired the others is known as Landorus. Feast your eyes. And there we go. Landorus has been registered in the Pokedex. Okay, so all 3 of the forces of nature are now in the Pokedex. You can also talk to this lady to get a little bit of healing. So we will do that real fast, and then we can move on. Like I said, again, not going to go into Celestial Tower just yet. Let's go on over here. And hold on a second. Cross transceiver is ringing. Mom! Hi, it's your mom. Where are you now? Wow, Route 7, huh? That's amazing. How are you getting along with your Pokemon? You know, the reason you can go to all these great places is because of your Pokemon, so always be grateful to them and take them straight to the Pokemon Center if they get hurt. And that's it from the former Pokemon Center receptionist, your mother. Oh, my mom was a Pokemon Center receptionist? Good to know. Why isn't her hair pink? I honestly don't know. I'm going to keep the Repel going because I'm going to still need it probably a little bit later, but let's battle this clown. I think we'll do this clown, and then we'll do this double battle fight here, and then after all of that's done, and then we'll call this an episode. There might still be a couple more trainers left, yeah, we're pretty much going to be done with this route in the next episode. So we got ourselves, I think I can get away with using Signal Beam here, because I don't think ground resists bug. I think it's the other way around. Yeah, it's the other way around. Okay, just bug resists ground. Power split. Thanks. Cool. I like that. I think that's actually going to do anything for me now, but I'm probably going to have to do a swap. Oh, ball toy. Okay, so nice. Oh, well, we beat him anyway. I thought he had another Pokemon after that, but he does not, so we are good. Okay, so we got the dark grass here, and on the other side of it, we're going to get ourselves TM81 X Scissor, which honestly, I would very much like to teach to one of my Pokemon, but I have to see who can even learn it. And the answer is Tomoe. That's right. So guess what is immediately going bye-bye? That's right, Aqua Jet. I just don't have as much of a reason for it. We're going to yes, I know I'm going to be focusing more on special moves, but I'm still going to want that. Was anyone else capable of learning that besides Volcarona? No, Volcarona can't even learn it at all. Okay, well, good to know. So just Tomoe, but still, having an extra bug move on Tomoe, that is going to come in handy. And now we got ourselves a double battle here, so let's do that really fast. I probably should be putting Challenger in the second spot for these, but whatever. It's okay. We're fine. We've still got... oh, we got the Zangoose and Seviper together here. Okay, interesting. Kamina and my Zoroark are going to be going at this one. So let's go with a Signal Beam on... Let's just focus the Zangoose first. I think it's probably the best idea. Can I foul play the Zangoose? Probably. I think I can get away with that. Signal Beam. All right. Descent. Ooh, and the Confusion, because, you know, that can happen sometimes with Signal Beam. Not bad. Nice. Okay. Good. I will take that. Kamina gets to level 35. 2 more levels for her. Zoroark gets to level 34. Not bad. Wants to learn the move Torment. I'm going to say no to that one because I don't really have a reason to. I'm not a big fan of that move at all. Venoshock, which luckily cannot cause poison itself, but it is going to break the illusion here. So now we can just focus down you. Although I cannot use Signal Beam on you, so instead I'm going to use a Volt Switch, and then I'm going to use a Night Slash on you. Hopefully this is enough. Take this Seviper out. Come on. Yep, pretty good. Okay. We're going to be forced to swap immediately. So I'm going to go on into Challenger here. So Challenger's going to get a little bit of experience, but not a ton. Still take it, though. We're going to split that between everybody. Good. All right. And the Shell Bell restores a little bit of extra HP as well. Sure. I will take it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. Thank you all so much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to get to the end of this route, which there isn't really much left. There's just like another trainer or two, maybe another item to grab. Not a ton really that I'm worried about as we go through here, although there is some tall grass there. So I think I'm actually going to battle this between episodes. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.